I miss the after-school pickup games that I used to play as a kid. I was lucky to live in a neighborhood that was full of other kids. And after school, we would gather to play all kinds of different games. We'd play traditional sports like basketball or football, classic kid games like tag or capture the flag, or even games of our own making. And when a new kid joined the group, there was always an indoctrination period. And it wasn't an intentional act of bringing them into the group, but rather one that happened organically as they learned the ways that we played these games, as they learned the particular idiosyncrasies of our neighborhood versions of these games. Perhaps you had a similar experience. The grass is out of bounds, or the light pole is the end zone. Of course, it's make it, take it. And the best games, the games that were always the most enjoyable, were always the ones where everyone was playing with the same set of rules, where we all knew what we were supposed to be doing. In the Gospel of John, just after Jesus washes the disciples' feet, and just before he's arrested and crucified, Jesus provides these words as part of a farewell address to his disciples. Jesus says, "I give you a new commandment, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also should love one another." And this is a version of the great commandment to love God and to love neighbor. And in large part, that great commandment is based on the commandment that's delivered by Moses to the Israelites. You see, in Moses' farewell speech to the Israelites just before his death, he seeks to impart some final wisdom, God's design for them, or perhaps simply the way the game should be played. We often don't read or spend time considering what Moses says right before he gives this instruction. So I want you to hear this today. It says, "This is the commandment, the rules and regulations that God, your God, has for you, so that you'll live in deep reverence before God your whole lives, observing his rules. You and your children and your grandchildren will live good, long lives. Do what you're told, so that you'll have a good life, a life of abundance and bounty, just as God promised." Moses is giving them this commandment, these rules, to make expectations clear, to make sure everyone is in, so that they can know how to play the game well, so that they'll have lives of abundance and bounty. He's equipping them to enjoy the game. So here's the one thing. Are you? Are you enjoying the game? The gift of grace in Jesus Christ removes death's power over us. It frees us to live with the surety that we are cared for. It provides us the security to live life chasing after God's extravagant plan for each of us without fear. Listen, there are all kinds of things that can happen to us that are beyond our control. But we can control the way we live, the way we play the game. Are you enjoying the game? If you're not, maybe you need to begin living differently. Maybe you need to begin living within the framework that God has made for you, loving one another the way that God loves you. If you'd like to learn what a life lived like that looks like, I want to invite you to join us at First Pres as we continue to figure that out together. So be safe, be well, and I hope to see you in worship this Sunday.